Welcome, friends, haters, gentle lovers, and feeders. Join me as we experience together the most bafflingly interesting person on the internet. On today's episode, Amberlynn Reed does basically nothing. Hello, my friends. Amber has uploaded and it is titled Unhinged Doordasher Guy Update. And I'm guessing the update is that they're together now. No, I'm kidding. A bad Zoloft side effect. I honestly thought the Zoloft arc would last longer, but I think this is the first crack in that whole facade. I think this is going to be the beginning of the end. And fun family bonding. And that is 100% a clapback because people were like, hey, why didn't you just like wish your stepdad happy Father's Day or your dad or anybody? And she was like, I did lots of stuff for Father's Day, but it was all private. And everybody was like, okay. So she is going to come out swinging with some family vlogging just to show that she really does spend a lot of time with her family, you guys. And I know that normally for her vlog, we play Amberlynn Reed Bingo. But after the last one, I made a comment saying that the next time I play bingo, it'll be live. That way I can play with you guys. I think that would be a lot more fun. Plus you can help me make sure I don't miss any squares. But I'm not sure when that's gonna be. For my real life job, I do some property management and part of that is landscaping. So you can imagine I'm pretty busy this time of year. So when things kind of slow down and I have a chance to kind of sit down and figure out how to even do it, you know. The first time I'll probably just go live. I probably won't advertise it or anything just so that I can kind of test it out and see what I'm doing and all that kind of stuff. But then after that, we'll play some bingo together. If you'd like to like and subscribe, that would literally be hectic. I'm not gonna lie.
Hello, welcome to a new vlog. So I just filmed my weigh-in. So today I'm doing my weigh-in and my what I ate today video, and I'm also doing my live stream. And here I am starting my vlog. So it is a little heavy on the content today. So if you guys think I sound weird, it's because I'm pretty sure I have laryngitis, but laryngitis don't last long. So
her content is talking about her other content.
within a few days, I should be feeling better. I did take a COVID test and it came back negative because I was feeling kind of COVID-like because last time I had COVID, it was similar symptoms, but I have to take another one in 48 hours, but I took that one last night, so I'll probably take my next one tomorrow night. And by the way, I really want to recommend the Total Temptation eyebrow stuff. I genuinely prefer this over the e.l.f. stuff, which I've been using for literally years, like a decade, but this is way better, and I get it in the color 305 soft brown. I'm obsessed. It's easy to apply. Get it. All right, you guys, so we have a massive build update. I haven't shown you guys in a few weeks what I have done, so I figured I would give you guys an update. I did this.
So think about that. She hasn't shown a build update in a while. So let's say 2 or 3 weeks, maybe longer. But her life is so like void of anything that she could consider an accomplishment that this is it. This is her accomplishment. This is what she has accomplished over the last several weeks. All this free time that she has, which is basically all the time, this is what she has to show for it. Anybody else, it would be kind of sad and I would feel bad for them, but you know, it's Amber, so.
This robot, which is not the brand Lego. I don't remember what brand it is. See? And then in the back, so you just open that door and put it back in. Cute, right? And then I did Wicked, which is in the brand Lego. This one was super fun to do. And then I did this little robot guy. I swear he is from a show or a movie. I just don't know what. And this also is in the brand Lego. And last but not least, I did a full-fledged post office. Yeah, like, wow. This one was so fun. The brand is Fun Hole.
That's what she said.
We have like a cactus back there. We have some horses. So a lot of my builds I do not keep because I do so many. There's just literally no way. Oh, and by the way, there's a little bird nest up there. Isn't that so cute? If I had...
So think about that too. This is what she has spent all of her time doing. Building Legos. That's it. And I don't judge anybody for having a hobby that is building Legos. That's fine. You can do that. But that's it for her, right? That is her life, is building these Legos. And then on top of that, she's like, I build them and then I just get rid of them. You know, I spend upwards of hundreds of dollars on these Legos every single month. And most of them, I just build them and then toss them. I doubt she gives them away. And even if she does, who wants a pre-built Lego set? You know, the fun is putting it together. So when you really put it in perspective, how much time she spends on these and the fact that that's basically all she does, it just seems like a weird way to spend basically your entire life. You know, most of us have these kinds of hobbies, but it's outside of like work. We go and do things in the world. And then when we find time, we do this. These are her accomplishments in life.
I had like a whole room for all my builds, then that would be different. But genuinely, I just don't have enough room for all of them. And then this is what the inside looks like. So we have some stairs. So look at that clock back there. So I actually give all the ones that I don't keep to my stepbrother.
It just says something about Amberlynn that she would spend all this money, get these Lego sets, and then do the fun part of putting them together. And then once she's done, give them to her stepbrother. It's similar to when Amber ordered salmon. Her mom had never had salmon before. And she said, I like the outside, so I'm going to give you the inside.
I like the outside the best, so I'm going to give you the inside.
You know, she doesn't think what would be fun for somebody else or what somebody else would like. It's, I like this. And then when she's done with it, it's like, screw it, I don't care. Just give it to my stepbrother. So he gets a thing to display, you know, but he doesn't get the fun part of putting it together.
So all the symptoms I was having are completely gone, but this test says to test 48 hours later. So I took another test and it again is negative. So I don't think I'm sick anymore. It was just like a week of a weird throat sickness, but I feel a lot better and I don't have COVID. So I think I'm good.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. You just get a bug. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you had symptoms that felt like you had COVID before, it kind of makes sense. But yeah, that's not weird to have like a week-long bug or a couple-day bug, you know?
All right, you guys, we have a Torrid try-on haul. I'm obsessed with this dress. I did haul these dresses in my last vlog.
So she did her weigh-in and she claimed to have lost like 13 pounds over, you know, a few weeks or whatever. I don't know, man.
Okay, and I was nervous. Yeah, I was saying like, girl, I'm 10 out of 10 on this. Like, I'm obsessed. I was nervous to try on these dresses because for some reason, like, I didn't think they were going to fit. Like, I even said that in my video, especially these next three.
The only thing I can think of, the reason she wears weird stuff together like this is she can sort of draw attention away from the fact that she's morbidly obese because people will talk about her fashion sense more. You know what I mean? Where they're looking at her going like, ugh, and she can be like, they just don't like my fashion. You know, that's the problem.
They fit and they fit good. Like, you guys know me, I kind of like it a little tight. I don't know, but look how cute. I love it. So I do untie these because they're,
I like how she says, I like it a little tight. Basically, whatever you get is gonna be tight.
like double tied. I don't really care for a double tie. So with each of the dresses that I try on, I just do my single tie here because I do prefer that. But thankfully, if I don't like these ties, look how cute that is. Stop. If I don't like these ties, I can just.
See, this is just bad. It just looks weird. I'm not saying it doesn't look good on her because of her size or anything like that. I'm just saying that just looks bad together. That just looks so weird.
Cut them off. Like, cut up your clothes. No one's stopping you. You're the one wearing it. You're the one who paid for it. Like, wear what you love. Cut it up, girl. Like, I've cut things off.
And that's true. Wear what you love. If you love wearing that, that's fine. You have the freedom to wear whatever you want. But of course, there are consequences to your actions. And your consequences are going to be people looking at that going, what the hell is that?
Clothes before. You can't stop me. But try to guess, what two dresses do I end up wearing? And you guys, look, this is actually cute. What two dresses do I end up wearing for the last 2 days of this vlog? Try to guess, because I do actually end up wearing 2 of these dresses because I love this haul. I feel like this haul is so good.
And the crazy thing is the dresses themselves are fine. They fit her very well and it's pretty flattering and stuff, but there's just the combination with the mesh just looks so weird. It just, I don't know. It's hard to even put into words. It's just bad.
I thought these last 3 dresses, like, they were going to be too long. I don't care for long dresses. I don't like them. There's like a certain length that I like. Like this is the long.
Again, I don't care for long dresses. Yeah, you've gotten in the habit of wearing dresses as shirts because they're kind of shorter dresses. And then because of your size, they end up just being shirts. You have to get like extra long dresses to have them be kind of a normal length, you know?
All right, you guys, so I'm currently getting situated. I'm pretty situated. I'm about to film my Let's Talk video. So, as you guys know, I have been drinking nothing but water for almost a month now. I was craving a slushie. I haven't had a slushie in
I mean, we know that you say that you've been drinking nothing but water, but we don't believe it.
so long. I go through eras where I have like a slushie every single day. I haven't had that era for a few months.
So, wait a minute. A few months ago, you were getting a slushie every single day, and you didn't mention it on your videos? Because I don't remember her talking about getting slushies. So all these what I ate todays and all the food that you've talked about eating and all the, drinks you've talked about drinking, you never mentioned slushies, yet you were getting them every single day. But no, guys, it's the lipedema and lymphedema. That's what's causing all the weight gain. Duh.
But I had to get one. I got a Sonic blue raspberry slushie with nerds. And what I'm doing is to still get my water in. And, I'm not punishing myself by no means, but I feel like it's a smart idea when I take a drink.
It's by any means, but either she ordered a drink by itself from DoorDash, which is at least like $10 after the tip and the delivery and everything. It's probably $10 for one drink. Or more likely is that she ordered food too, because we know she's going, I'd like a slushie. And then that menu pops up and she's like, ooh, mozzarella sticks sound good. So she probably got food too. But either way, it was a bad decision, And then she's going to say, I'm still drinking water along with it. Drinking the water doesn't take away the 400 calories from this one drink. And actually, it's probably more calories than that because I didn't notice the first time that she said there are nerds in it. So yeah, that's exactly what she needs, is a sugary drink with candy added. Those calories are still going to count.
Drink this. I just have to take a drink of water too. Because I also haven't been able to use straws for like 15 days now because of my tooth thing, but I'm able to use straws now.
Oh my
so
God, one single molar got pulled, and for 15 days, she was on soft foods and couldn't use straws. Man, that Munchausen is sounding more and more plausible every time she talks about something that's wrong with her. Her tooth, her OCD, her anxieties.
Like this instead. But now I'm able to use straws. This comes with a built-in straw. So I'm double fisting it. Water, slushie, water.
And I would love to know what the thought process was when it comes to drinking the sugary, candy-filled slush along with the water as sort of like an offset. She's clearly trying to sort of justify the thing that she should not be having, that sugary drink that is not okay for her to be having at her size, by saying, I'm drinking water along with it, so it's fine. It's those mental gymnastics that she's been training for her whole life.
All right, you guys, so I'm in the middle of doing my makeup, and this is like the only time that I have remembered to give you guys the DoorDash update. The Doordasher update, if you will. I was on live stream last Tuesday, and people brought up the Doordasher, how he was like flirting with me. I'll show you that screenshot here. I showed you guys in my last vlog.
All right, so I've kind of gone back and forth on whether or not I believe this is true, but I think it might be real as far as the messages go, because I actually had a screenshot of a DoorDash conversation on my phone. Now, I use Android, but it's similar enough, right? The send button is the same. The icons are the same. All the fonts are the same. It's definitely a DoorDash app. And I Googled some different phrases as far as like Dasher hits on customer and all kinds of different stuff, just to see if maybe she just got the screenshots from Google. And I couldn't find anything like this. So it seems as though this is legit.
So obviously people in my live stream were like asking me about it. Well, I'm just going to let you know right now that I have never, since living here, and I've lived here for almost 2 years, I've never had the same DoorDasher. And now all of a sudden, here we are getting the same DoorDasher. And I even mentioned it in my live stream. I was like, yes, I have an update on the DoorDash.
Man, she has to be ordering all the time. She's probably ordering at least 2 or 3 times a day. And if she's ordering slushies by themselves, it may be 4 or 5 times a day. I order DoorDash every once in a while, but I don't think I could pick out a single DoorDasher I've ever had out of a lineup. I have no idea who has brought them. I don't know that I've seen most of them. I just have them drop it off at the door. So it's weird that she knows so much about her DoorDashers. I mean, I guess that's her lifeline, right? This is who brings her addiction. So
that's just a little sneak peek, a little tea, but I wanted to share it with you guys because this is like an ever-growing story time on my channel, I guess. So he ended up being my DoorDasher again. And like I said, I've never had a repeat DoorDasher. Okay, so he handed me my food. This was Monday before my live stream. I ordered something, I forget what it was, and he handed me my food. As I was walking back into my apartment, he yelled, "Are you married?" And like, for some reason, like, when I get uncomfortable, like, I just automatically say yes. Like, just because.
Oh, shut up. This did not happen. I've got this really stupid, crazy explanation for why I told him I was married. I just say these things sometimes, you know, like, come on.
But like, I don't think that he understood me, or like he chose to not understand me, or maybe he didn't hear me, because he then messaged me, and I'm going to share the screenshots here. So he was just messaging me again. And it's like, you know, the first time it was flattering. And, you know, that's how people.
My beautiful. That's creepy. He keeps asking, are you married? Please don't leave me on scene. I would like to know why you are so beautiful, and I liked seeing you again. Of course, it's translated from Spanish, but that's weird. She started getting these messages, and that just fed her ego. And she loves to think that she's just so attractive that guys and girls are just gonna fall all over her anytime they see her. But, and I'm not trying to be mean, but like it or not, once you're Amberlynn's size, you know, once you are morbidly obese, that is kind of your defining characteristic. So if somebody's into you, that is a big part of why. Period. It just is. If not the only reason why. Because if they're into you, they have to be into you.
Meet. You see someone in person and you go up to them or you compliment them. And that's how people met, like in the olden days before technology. So it's like, to me, the first time it wasn't creepy. Like, it was flattering. I could still be flattered as a lesbian by a man complimenting me. Just like a gay guy could be flattered by a woman complimenting them, etc., etc. Like, sexuality has nothing to do with it. A compliment is a compliment, and it's like, it's always greatly appreciated. But then
it's definitely greatly appreciated by Amberlynn. Compliments are her fuel, even if they're fake.
When it happened the second time, that's when I started realizing, like, okay, that's like a little much. But you guys won't even believe it. If you remember on Tuesday when I got the poke bowl because I filmed my What I Ate Today video, it was him again for the third time in a row. And I need to repeat for the millionth time, I've never had a repeat DoorDasher. It's just never happened.
I don't know if I believe that that's when that happened, because you're telling me that she got that poke bowl and the DoorDasher, who she had already told a story about and was talking about how creepy it was, came back and was creepy again, and she didn't say anything about it? Why not? Why wouldn't you say something about it? That makes no sense. That's like the most interesting thing that's happened to you.
And I know this because I always go out and I receive my DoorDash, like, person to person. I always say, have a good day. Sometimes they randomly start talking to me, like, whatever it may be. Like, recently I complimented this girl. She was wearing the cutest outfit. It was like a jersey, but it was like a Hello Kitty jersey. And like, it was like these black skinny jeans that had like all these rips in them. She was a little bit older than me, but I was like, okay, the look is vibing. So I was like, oh my God, your outfit's so cute. She goes, oh my God, you're so cute. It was just like a cute little moment. She was probably in her.
So, first of all, you're getting way too personal with your DoorDashers. That's weird. But you notice that she, even if that compliment was real, she couldn't just leave it at, I gave her a compliment. It had to be, I gave her a compliment and she told me I was cute too. And did it happen? Probably not. But even if it did, it's just like she can't help herself. She has to tell you that I told her she was cute and she told me I was cute too, you guys. People think I'm cute.
40s. So I always have like correspondence with my DoorDashers, and I've never had a repeat. I know I keep repeating that, but it's the fact that I had him for the third time in a row. And this is where, to me, The boundaries have been overcrossed.
Yeah, you think? Because you enjoyed it at first. But then it got a little weird and creepy, and now you're not enjoying it as much.
Like the first time it was fine. Second time it was like, okay, maybe he really was trying to shoot his shot like super hardcore. So this time we didn't really say anything to each other. Like I just grabbed my stuff and I like booked it. I was like, bye, you know, really quick. I didn't want to have like any correspondence at all. Like the first time there was no correspondence. Second time he just
You are having far too much correspondence with your Doordashers. That's just weird.
asked if I was married. I said yes. But like we were far away from each other because like I said, I was walking back into the apartment. I don't know if he heard me, etc., etc. This time I said nothing. And he ended up messaging me again. And I'm gonna show that screenshot here. This time, the part where it's like, when are you gonna thank me? It's like, that's weird energy. I mean, to me, that felt like sexual.
Okay. Wow, it's you. Beautiful. When will you be able to thank me? Or tell me if you're single? Okay, yeah, this is... Yeah, I can see why you're creeped out.
Like, when are you... I don't know. I could be like reading into it wrong, but the fact that it's happened 3 times...
What do you mean reading into it wrong? Of course you're not reading into it wrong. Obviously, the guy is a creep.
Is weird. I don't know if there's a way to like request not to have like a certain driver anymore. My whole thing is, I don't know if he's doing this to other women or if I'm just the only one, but that's like also hard to believe that I would be the only one because why me? My whole thing is like, if I...
Really? Why you? Really? Are we really gonna say, why me? I can think of one reason why you. Because here's the thing. Again, not to be mean, it's just the truth. When you're her size, there's really one reason somebody would go this crazy for her and be this attracted to her. Because there is one defining characteristic about Amberlynn Reid. There just is. Again, like it or not, that's just the truth. So there is one reason he would be acting like this towards you.
If I message DoorDash and I tell them about this, I'm afraid he's going to lose his job. I don't want to be the person that makes someone lose an income. I don't know his life. I don't know the story to his life. He could be like really trying to make ends meet, about to be homeless. Like, I don't know. I don't know anything. So I would hate to be the person to where DoorDash gets a hold of this and then they're like, oh my God, we can't have this guy work here anymore. So he's not allowed. Like, that also scares me. That also scares me because it's like, what if DoorDash is like, this person said you were making her uncomfortable and you were harassing her. So now you can't work for us anymore. I wonder if he gets mad and comes and finds me.
There it is. Okay. I was going to say at first when she was like, you guys, I don't want him to lose his job because remember, I'm an empath. Because I love how she was trying to be altruistic, you know. Oh, his sick kids, you guys, Tiny Tim. But also, screw that. I'm not going to make him mad so he comes after me. But why would she think DoorDash would tell him, oh, hey, guy, DoorDash man, Amberlynn Reid, this specific lady at this specific address caused you to lose your job. Okay, bye. Good luck with that. They wouldn't do that. Now, obviously, he could probably put 2 and 2 together and figure out it was her. But I think it's funny that she's like, what if DoorDash tells him that I'm the reason he got fired? Like, they're not going to do that.
It's like, my brain is like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? So I personally don't know what to do. Like, I am like in a confusing state. Where it's like, I'm almost afraid to order DoorDash, which could be a good thing because your girl doesn't need to have it as frequently as she does. But at the same...
Yeah, she's obviously ordering it all the time. But the thing is, it doesn't matter if she stops using DoorDash. There's Uber Eats. You know, she's got ways to get food sent to her.
Same time is like, what happens if I get him a 4th time and it happens again? And this is just like a repeat thing. Should I just ignore it? Like, I don't...
Obviously, it'll be a repeat thing. He hasn't gotten the hint yet, and he keeps messaging you. Like, why would it be any different now? You haven't done anything different.
I honestly don't know what to do. I am genuinely confused. But that is the update on that because people in my live stream are asking about it, and I said, you know what, I'll talk about it in a vlog. And they're like, oh my God, yes, do it. So here it is. I'm gonna finish getting ready.
Wait, you're telling me that this thing happening is probably the most interesting thing to happen to you in months? And you weren't going to talk about it? You had to get an idea from your live stream chat to talk about it in a video? So instead, you're going to talk about bingo and makeup? Girl, you have your priorities out of whack. You need to understand what's interesting and what's not. Because here's the thing, that DoorDash story is pretty interesting. It's fraught with weirdness and stupidity, but it's interesting at least, you know?
I'm going to glow in the dark bingo today, and I'm super, super freaking excited. It's like my favorite day. Beforehand, me and my mom are gonna go get some lunch together, and I'm really excited to hang out with her. But yeah, so see you soon. All right, you guys, outfit of the day. I do have some boxes I have to take to the dumpster, but I decided to wear this dress. I think it's so stinking cute. I was gonna wear pink hoops. I was going back and forth.
So yeah, here is another Lego set that's over $100. $130 for that Mario and Yoshi Lego set. And I don't remember her even talking about this one. She may have mentioned it, but I don't remember her showing it, you know? So she spends so much money on Lego every single month.
But I'm loving the silver hoops, and I have a pop of pink here. And also I did gems as per usual. I love gems. All right, my mom's gonna try to get a little.
Listen, I'm sorry, but it's like she's never gonna grow up. Face gems to go to bingo. It's just weird, man.
Creature here. Do you know which one you're gonna try to get?
Yeah, that guy holding a green leaf.
So him?
Yeah.
The gray guy?
Doesn't he look like he's free?
Yeah, he looks like you can get him.
Can you tell me when to line it up?
Okay. A little more back. Okay, go over. Back a little bit. You might be heavy.
Oh,
Nice try, Mom. Get a mom that fans you.
that's right. And myself.
I'll fan you.
314.
And Steven will
I do it
feed you
better.
grapes. You do it better? Let me do it. I'll show you. I'll show you the real deal.
252.
Hey, you want to hold this? Does that feel good or what?
Yeah.
That's it, right?
I put in that.
When you do it that fast, it doesn't work as well. You're supposed to do it like at a kind of medium speed. But of course, leave it to Amberlynn to be like, I can do it better than you, and then do it worse.
No, but deadass, it's been so hot in here. I think they forgot to turn on the AC or something, but hopefully they turn it on soon. We have matching glow bracelets.
Also, here's a little fun fact for the day.
Daubers, some bingo daubers.
They're called dabbers.
It glows. All right, guys, we have another outfit of the day. That's just my wax melt thing, sorry. But I'm wearing the cherries. I don't like how it is so, it's just very big. It feels really big in the back, but.
It is so weird to me that she thinks that looks bad when it actually kind of hides her shelf. That's so weird that she's like, I don't like how big it is in the back. Like, girl, no matter what you wear, it's going to be big in the back, but this at least hides your shelf.
I'll make do. And I'm wearing white mesh. Be surprised. Pink purse, pink glasses. I'm actually about to go hang out with my mom and my grandma. We're gonna have just like a girls' day, and I'm really excited. Okay, so we're stopping to get gas. I'm just gonna take those off. And you guys, I don't know if it's hot where y'all are at, but I'm telling you, it has been so freaking hot here in Oklahoma. Like, I genuinely cannot.
You know, I know she thinks she gets so much hate because of her size, and a lot of it is her narcissism and the general lack of accountability and stuff like that. But some of it is just because she's so goddamn annoying.
I genuinely cannot. And a lot of people are asking if I've had any side effects with Zoloft, which, random fact, Zoloft causes really bad heat intolerance. And normally I'm like, yeah, okay, summer's hot. Yeah, that sucks. This summer has been by far the worst for me. Like, I cannot handle heat the same at all. Like, even last night at bingo, like, we were all hot, but like, I genuinely was like, oh my God, I'm gonna pass out. And it's because Zoloft causes heat intolerance. So it's like just a million times worse.
That is true. Zoloft can cause heat intolerance. But again, I think she's just going to look for any little thing.
Worse now. And I'm just like, I don't know. So just be careful with like whatever medicine you're on, because some of it can cause like heat strokes and getting overheated, and it's very scary. So now that it's summertime, just be careful. It's very scary, and it can happen like literally out of nowhere.
Oh, me and my mom, my 70-something-year-old mom, we're gonna do face stuff that I've never personally experienced a day in my life. So I do not know what I'm doing. I just randomly bought all these things that girls use.
Amber keeps giggling at everything Mama Lynn says. Honestly, she sounds high.
To like fix stuff. And
Oh my God.
and then I don't know. These are dangerous. I don't suggest these. You can see everything up close and you're like, oh my God, is that me?
So this is why people actually like Mama Lynn. She's got a personality, she's got a pretty good sense of humor, and she's just chill, you know? And Amber in her last video was talking about how she's never going to show any girlfriends or friends or anything like that ever again because they get bullied off the internet. And don't get me wrong, her mom went through some shit when she first showed up, but after a while, people kind of got to the point where they were like, yeah, we like her better than Amber. So that could be a problem too. You know, Amber could just be afraid that people will like somebody else more than her. But she's still showing her mom, so that may not be an issue. But this is proof right here that she can show side characters and stuff, as long as they're good people. And of course, she's not perfect, but nobody is. But as long as they aren't feeders. And Jade, really, there wasn't much to talk about with her. People knew who she was, and she didn't get a lot of harassment. So the only reason Emily got so much harassment is because she was allegedly a feeder. And what happened to her fiance? The only reason Erica got so much hate and criticism is because she was married, you know? So, yeah, when bad people come into your life, they're going to get attention, we'll say. But if you bring on somebody who doesn't have a bunch of skeletons and doesn't have, you know, a rap sheet or isn't a terrible person, then they'll be fine. It's the internet. They're going to get some unwanted attention, but generally speaking, it's not a big deal.
And then I got these because I just think we'll look cute with 3 hard-ons. 3 hard-ons.
Mom. So,
3 hard-ons. I see what you did there, Mama Lynn. Inappropriate. But that was pretty good.
I have a feeling you're gonna ask. The reason why I'm not doing it is because I've never done a face mask before a day in my life, and I'm afraid of I'm afraid of my face like breaking out or getting a rash because I'm sensitive. But I'm gonna enjoy being here for you guys.
Okay, so I made fun of Amber for giggling so much. It's Mama Lynn's turn. What the hell is this?
And I might wear the heart on just for fun. Very cute.
Oh, did I do it wrong? No.
I'm the mirror holder.
No, you didn't do it wrong. Oh, I did. Look.
See, she can't even do something just to enjoy time with her mom and do like the face mask thing because she has to say, I just can't because I'm afraid I'm gonna break out because I'm so sensitive. You know, there's always some medical thing or something with Amber that it can't just be normal, you know? No matter what she's doing, I've got sensitive skin, I've got anxiety, I've got whatever. And it's because she gets attention. Because she knows somebody's going to say, oh, that sucks. Me too. I have the sensitive skin too, and blah, blah, blah. And she gets that attention that she craves so much.
What'd you do?
Was it supposed to go the other way?
What'd you do? Help me. Okay.
Let me read the back of it.
What is that supposed to be off?
This outer part, let me read the instructions.
Well, there's one strip that you take off.
Remove the clear film from the back of the strip and apply the smooth side to a wet nose, covering the bridge, tip, and sides. Moisten the top of the strip with water.
Oh, mine didn't have to do all that. I finally figured it out.
We did it.
Show us all the x-rays, and they show us a tooth up here on her nose. Like it was the weirdest thing. Yeah. And he's like, oh, you got a tooth up there. It's just chilling. It's no problem. And I'm like, and I'm looking at it going, oh my God, it's the old tooth. It's like a full-grown tooth. And then Amber's like, she seemed like she was loaded, but she wasn't. She was just strictly fear. But she's like, oh yeah, I was loud. I had 2 teeth on one side, 1 tooth on one side. And I was like, what? And then I thought, gosh, what a terrible mom. I never noticed my daughter had 2 teeth and 1 tooth. You know, I never noticed.
That doesn't make you terrible.
Well, it made me feel like that's something I should have known or noticed.
I mean, it was a little weird that she didn't know that. We all know that, you know. Of course, we look at her face more than her mom does probably. But the fact that a bunch of internet strangers have known that for a long time and that she didn't know, that's a little weird, but whatever.
That's what so we went to the carnival and George bought the biggest stuffed animal you could. Yeah. And we had it hanging above her crib. And I used to wonder why her bottle, I'd find these little balls of hair. Little balls of hair. Yeah. I'll be darned, Mom. if she didn't have, I didn't know this, but this is my truth. So behind her teeth, they were so rotten. It's called baby bottle syndrome. They were so rotten you couldn't tell that she was making her own cap by pulling the fur off the bear and putting it in the holes. So when she sucked her bottle, it didn't hurt.
That's smart.
Isn't that weird?
Damn, I'm smart even at
So
4.
as soon as I noticed, of course I take her to dentist and everything. They're like, well, we're gonna have to pull those 2 teeth. I'm like, what? They're like, well, we'll make her some new ones. You know, when she came back, Mom, she had 2 big silver teeth, and I bawled. I was like, oh, cool. I didn't like it. I was like, no, fix it. So they took her back and made 2 enamel squares on top of the silver tooth. So it looked like she had teeth that were just lined in silver. Yeah. They handed her to me so like, and I was like, oh my God, you know, she is loaded. I might have been a little jealous. I don't know. At that time, I'm like, so I was like, and they're like, she'll be okay once she can suck on this popsicle. I was like, oh, you give Amber a popsicle, she can come right out of it.
So yeah, she says, you give Amber a popsicle, she'll come right out of it. So even at 4, Amber was struggling with food issues, and her teeth were probably rotten because of all the crap that she was eating. Kind of like, I don't know, slushies with nerds in them. That could be the cause of some problems. But I understand that it was Mama Lynn's fault at that point, or Amber's parents' fault, because she's not going to drive herself to the dentist, and she's not going to, you know, make her own balanced meals or anything like that. But I just think it's funny that Mama Lynn had the chutzpah to make a fat joke about Amber.
Mom, well, she likes popsicles.
Still
So
do.
I was like, she'd be like,
There you go. Still do.
she'd be like all loaded going. I remember that. God, that was crazy. That's a crazy.
I
got popsicles here.
Just in case you were wondering or couldn't hear it, her grandma just said, I've got popsicles here. And they are laughing as though she told the first joke ever told to mankind. I'm sure grandma is a great person, but it's not that funny.
No, but for real, take me out of the equation and just imagine a 4-year-old girl being smart enough to know, let me take the stuffing out of my bear.
She's talking about herself. Just think about how smart I am. Just really think about just how stinking smart I am. I am so smart, you guys. Well, you might have been smart at 4. It was an interesting way to handle that, I guess. It was a kind of thinking outside the box sort of thing. But peaking at 4 years old is not something to be proud of. You know what I mean?
To put it behind your tooth because it hurts when you're...
And I didn't put it together for a long time. I'd find these little fuzz balls on your bottle, you know,
So
little
crazy.
homemade fuzz ball. And I was like, what? Till I caught you plucking. And I was like, she said plucking. That poor baby is taking care of her own teeth because her mama didn't even notice. Like, that is so crazy to me.
But look at
Very
you now.
Smart, very smart.
You were holding my hand when I got my tooth removed.
Yeah, so that was full circle, man.
I would...
Told you.
This is a 34-year-old woman who had her mom hold her hand while she got her tooth pulled. She is a grown adult. And I understand there are some people who may have delays or may have some kind of mental illness that would cause them to need assistance or comfort or something like that. But that is not Amberlynn. She will tell you it is. But I think she's got her mom fooled into thinking that she actually has all these mental illnesses. So her mom probably feels really sorry for her. So when she goes to the dentist and says, I need you to hold my hand, I've got these anxieties and blah, 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 her mom just goes along with it because why would Amber lie about something like that? You know? So Amber will just always have her mom backing her up. And I'm going to guess Mama Lynn has probably defended Amber on some things without actually seeing them just because she trusts Amber. And so when Amber says, yeah, I've got these anxieties, I've got this and that, even if she's never seen it, she will back her up and just say, yeah, oh yeah, she has XYZ, or I've seen her blah, 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 when she's just taking Amber's word for it, you know? Man, Amber really thinks that that was like a life-defining moment when she got one tooth pulled.
Oh, that feels
Doesn't it feel good?
freaking
It feels
amazing.
so good. It really.
Old Pink Robert. This is Doubtfire.
Oh my gosh, I love that movie.
Ooh. You know, that is so cool. Isn't it?
Wow, you look cute.
Am I cute?
That laugh, man, having two of them together, I couldn't do it, man. I could not hang out with these two for more than a minute or two before I was like, nope, I'm out. I can't do this.
That's the deep dish. No blue.
Look at my grandma's shoes.
When I first got them,
They're blinging in the sun. Oh my gosh. So pretty.
when I first got them, thank you.
See, this is interesting. She's sitting there with her mom and her grandma. They're talking, they're having fun, and they're telling stories and stuff. This just shows that Amber needs side characters.
It was just gray. And I was like, what do you mean gray? But it has to have white. See?
Yeah, and then in the shadow, they're just plain gray. Okay, guys, a few things. The lighting in here is bad. I didn't want to bring out my I have this huge tall lamp in my bedroom. I'm gonna have to get one for my living room. It doesn't matter though. It's the same day though, but I came home and I immediately changed my clothes. I ordered me a medium blue slushie and I was like, yes, because it is so hot outside. Long sleeve was not doing it for me. But anyways, I had such an...
There are better ways to beat the heat than a 400 calorie slush every time you are hot. I don't know, man. That's probably not a great habit to get into, is to say, I'm hot, I'm gonna order a slush. Like, that's not a good idea. Plus, we know she's not just ordering the slush. There's definitely food involved as well. She won't say that, but there is.
An amazing day today, but it is time for the ending of my vlog, which is my oracle reading and then comment of the day, where I am choosing the comment with a random comment picker from my last Monday weekly vlog. So let's get into it. So for this week's reading, I just want to choose two cards. I'm going to choose one from Life Happens and one from Shine from the Inside. Oh wow, that one popped up like crazy. So I'm just going to take this with my...
The universe did it, not her hands and just the way that they're holding them, and every once in a while one sticks. That's not it. It's the universe.
And set it there. All right, got it. So the first one is Needy. I love this deck so much. Like, the pictures are just so beautiful to me. And then the second one is Journal It Out, Write How You Feel, which is so me coded.
The way Amber talks is the way you would like parody and like make fun of the way all these young TikTok influencer brain rot kids talk, you know? But that's her normal vernacular. That's just the way she talks all day, every day. That's some me karad. I generally cannot. It would still be really annoying if she was like 18 years old, but the fact that she's 34 makes it just that much worse. It is no wonder she doesn't have any friends or a girlfriend. I couldn't put up with it either.
So that one does have a guidebook, so a little bit of what that one says. Writing down how we feel allows us to take a deeper look at our life from a higher perspective. When we take the time to get intimate with our inner world and we create space to clear our thoughts, focus on our goals, and cultivate clarity about what our thoughts and feelings represent. If you pulled this card, it's time to clear out the clutter of your mind and ease your emotions by acknowledging them on paper. Our feelings are the first indicator of what's going on in our inner world. Journaling has loads of evidence that show its effectiveness on reducing stress, boosting overall mood, enhancing your sense of well-being, and has shown to reduce depression and mental health issues. In 2021, I started daily journaling, and I never skipped a day for almost 3.5 years. I journaled every single day.
I thought she said that she has been journaling every day forever. What started in 2021 that would cause her to start? I don't know, whatever. Anyway, again, with the Oracle decks, it all pertains to anybody at any time. You know, journaling is probably a good idea. I have heard that it does help with mental health, and it's a good way to just kind of get your thoughts out. So journaling is not a bad thing to do, but it's that way for everybody all the time.
I always have something to say. I always have a lot of thoughts, feelings, etc., but it hasn't been until 2025 where I stopped daily journaling. And now I journal maybe every 4 days. And I think the universe is telling me that I need to start daily journaling again, get those emotions out. You're working so hard on yourself. You're doing great with your Zoloft. And just like continue doing that. Like continue doing the needs in your life.
That card that says needy does not mean you should work on your needs or pay attention to your needs. Needy is when you rely on something or somebody too much. When you are not self-sufficient. I don't know, like having your mom hold your hand when you get your tooth pulled. Just a little example there, that kind of thing. But this is the problem when somebody like Amberlynn, a full-blown grade A narcissist, does these oracle cards and thinks the universe is telling her stuff, and then she reads the cards however she wants to make herself feel better. And she thinks the universe is backing her up with this kind of bullshit, right? Like that the needy card is focus on your needs instead of maybe interpreting it that she relies on other people too much. Maybe for rides, maybe take an Uber every once in a while. I don't know. But my point is that she's always going to think that whatever she's thinking, the universe is backing her up and that she's doing everything right. She will never do anything wrong. And so no accountability will ever be taken because the universe is on her side. Why would she take accountability when the universe is telling her there's none to take?
Also do the wants, girl. Like, give yourself self-love. Like, that's part of the self-love journey, is also doing what you want. Self-love, self-care, it's...
When has she ever abstained from doing what she wants? Basically, all she does is what she wants. That's her entire life. It's building Legos, going to bingo, sitting around and eating, watching YouTube. She indulges herself at every moment of every single day. The only time that she ever does something that she doesn't want to do is the 30 minutes to an hour a day-ish, every few days, that she records and uploads videos. That's it. But other than that, her entire life is just whatever she wants to do. Self-love, shut up.
Definitely coded in like valuing yourself and giving your...
I would love to know what she thinks she's doing that is not what she wants to do, right? When she sits here and says, I need to do more of what I want to do, like, what would that be? What are you not doing that you want to do? You're doing whatever you want. That's why you are the size that you are.
Self-love, self-care, it's definitely coded in like valuing yourself and giving yourself happiness. And that's with like wants and needs, in my opinion.
It is a little bit infuriating to hear her talk about how important it is for her to give herself love and give herself the things she wants and all that stuff. Because that's really easy to say when you have a life where you just sit on your ass, eating all day long, and doing nothing besides talking about yourself for a few minutes a day. These are the ramblings of somebody with nothing important to do.
All right, so it's time for comment of the day. Tiffany Shadley Hall Kinda Girl 7378 said, Pink Sparkles is my absolute favorite. I love her so much. That was so nice to her to send you flowers. I hope things get better. Just keep your head up. Don't listen to anybody. Do what is right for you.
Yeah, this was randomly picked, you guys. For sure. It's Amber kissing Pink Sparkle's ass. The crazy thing is, Pink Sparkles has like 1 million subscribers, and compared to her subscriber count, she gets like no views. Like 15,000, 17,000, that kind of thing. Her biggest video in a while got like 64,000. And she has over 1 million subscribers. Pink Sparkles is obnoxious. So it's fitting that she is kind of in cahoots and likes Amberlynn and would send Amberlynn flowers. But no, Amber absolutely picked this comment just to, give Pink Sparkles another shout out and just try to ingratiate herself with her,
Thank you so, so much, Tiffany. And yes, oh my God, Pink Sparkles is phenomenal. She had no idea that I was going to show it in the video. I really was like going back and forth. Like, should I? I don't want to seem like I'm bragging, but I genuinely, I love...
What do you mean bragging? You get more views than she does. I'm sorry, but at this point, as crazy as it sounds, Pink Sparkles is clout chasing Amberlynn. I know that's weird, but that's what's happening.
She mentions me in her videos, like low-key, she'll be like, yeah, I'm just watching Amberlynn read. And it's fun when that happens, when you're sitting there just like watching a friend of yours and like they just throw you in their video. Like it's cute. It's like just a way of like virtually saying hi. It's just a little gift. And
I have no idea what she's talking about.
vlog. So I don't know. I thought it was cool to just like not only thank her privately, just how much I appreciate her and how much I think she's such a great and amazing person, but I also wanted to tell her publicly as well. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this vlog, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday for my live stream, so join if you want to be there, and then I'll see you guys on Wednesday for a what I ate today and a weigh-in video. Bye!
Got her. You know, I will say it was kind of nice seeing Amber with her mom and grandma, just chilling, her mom telling stories. That's what she needs in her vlogs. If she wants to keep people's attention and keep people watching, she needs somebody to talk to. Because this drama type stuff with the Doordasher guy and things like that are only going to keep people's attention for so long. But yeah, she has now discovered a Zoloft side effect, and I still think it's going to be the first of many, and it'll be the beginning of the end for her Zoloft arc, her latest Zoloft arc. So anyway, sorry about no bingo this time. Like I said, the next time I play bingo, it's going to be live because I'm really bad about missing squares, and I think it'll be a lot more fun when I can bounce it off of you guys. But I'm not sure when that's going to be. I'll kind of keep you posted, and we'll just play it by ear. I appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.